もう大丈夫。なんてことないわ。
Yo, what's up? Lad here. EX Primrose is coming this Wednesday. She's an apothecary of the Power faction, hailing from good old Sunshade. Ditching her dancing clothes into a maid outfit, she's an apothecary that does everything well. Her role is primarily of support. She's able to debuff enemy attacks and defenses, and is able to buff your team's attack and defenses. Her Shower of Roses is both an ability in her kit and her ultimate. Finally, she's the second traveler capable of increasing the other's ultimate gauge, the first one being Nona, and she does this job much better than her. Let's go ahead and check her out. Her VA is the same as the OG Primrose, Hoku Kawashima. Leaking from this list, she does voice Soifon from good old Bleach, and also Kagura from Azumanga Daioh. Those are all the enemies that I've seen so far. There are other familiar faces, but I haven't watched them yet. Anyways, on to her notable damaging skills. Her first ability is Triple Cleave. It's a 3-hit single target axe damage attack, potency 55. Her second ability is Storm Lament. It's a 3-hit random target lightning elemental damage, potency 65, and it lowers lightning resistance 15% for 2 turns. And at max BP, the lightning debuff does stack with itself, and has a moderate chance of paralysis for 2 turns. Her third ability, Lightning Refrain, is a 3-hit single target lightning elemental damage, potency 65, and inflicts elemental attack down for 2 turns. And then her fourth ability, Shocking Step, is a 4-hit random target lightning elemental damage, potency 45, and each hit has a chance to inflict physical attack down for 2 turns. And lastly, Ballad of Thunderbolts. It's a 2-hit AoE lightning elemental damage attack, potency 105, and inflicts physical and elemental defense down by 15% for 2 turns. For her ultimate, it's a front row region, potency 100, and it raises physical and elemental attack up by 15% for 2 turns, and also fills the front row's ultimate gauge by 50%, except for herself. For her notable support skills, her first ability is Bolstering Smoke. It restores HP for the front row, potency 65, and she gives the front row a physical and elemental defense up for 15% for 2 turns. Second ability, Thunder Axe Enhancer, raises axe and lightning damage to a single target for 15%, and also fills the ultimate gauge for the ally for 50% at max BP. Her next ability is the Elevating Elixir. It raises the front row's physical and elemental attack by 15% for 2 turns, and it cures some status elements and also cures status debuffs, so such as attack, defense, speed. And lastly, for her support abilities, Shower of Roses. It's a front row region, potency 150, and raises the front row speed by 15% for 2 turns, and it also fills the ultimate gauge by 20%. And at max BP, this applies to all allies. For her passive, she recovers 1 BP for BPs ever at 0. For her second passive, when her HP is above 75, she gets SP regen, 5% of her max, and then she has a 20% in wind resistance and 10 in lightning. So taking a look at her stats, just like the old Primrose in COTC, she's very squishy with the lowest HP and physical defense. You want to be careful sending her out when the enemy is using a physical based attack. Her speed is extremely high at 392, so she'll almost always go before DPS units unless they're thieves. So the main question, should you pull? She's got the complete kit for being a support character. She has a 3-hit axe attack in the case that you need it, and either a 2, 3, or 4-hit lightning attack that all can debuff. Her support abilities are pretty much the same as Ophelia's, except that she can't revive. You can pretty much think of her as a apothecary version of Ophelia, but with additional skills that can fill ultimate gauges. As a support character, this is what you want. She can be used as a breaker and a debuffer, or just straight up as a support. She's gonna be the character to shoot for this Wednesday when she comes out. Longevity. She's gonna have usage in the future. Her Thunder Axe Enhancer is one of a kind, as it raises axe and lightning damage in battle for a character. But not only that, her ability to fill up your team's ultimate gauge is a game changer. Lastly, one of the lesser talked about buffs is speed. Many support characters now are able to buff both attack and defense, but speed for me has always been a buff that I would be missing for my characters when I bring them into fights. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Character design, 4 out of 5. She looks different with clothes on. Voice actress, 4 out of 5, Hoku Kawashima. She's got a pretty cool voice. Abilities, 4.5 out of 5. Again, all of her abilities are great to have, and she does everything well. Longevity, 4.5 out of 5. She'll be an axe user that you'll definitely want. If you're up against a boss that's weak to axes, she's a great character to bring in. Time limited, unfortunately she is, 0 out of 5. Overall impression, 4.5 out of 5. She's possibly one of the best all-around supports in the game. Alright, with that being said, I'm probably going to be doing the paid banner for both EX Tressa and Primrose. We're probably going to get them both. But to those who are also pulling this Wednesday, collecting your pulls, I'll see you all Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. Let out.